Do you think, on the whole notion of working, this universal basic income idea surely is just going to be inflationary? And we were talking about inflation before, and obviously inflation's kind of back in line, and all that's what they're saying, and henceforth rates are sort of coming back, and they've sort of choked it a little bit, but then at the same time they keep handing out all these cash incentives. There's a power rebate, there's a gas rebate, there's this, there's that, there's other, which just seem to be counterintuitive to this whole idea of trying to hold back inflation when they keep handing out free money.
Yeah. Look, I gather, without talking too much politics, that when you introduce something as a new law, it stays in. When you bring out something new and then a handout or a handback, it's a one-off. So you're not in this new system of having to do that every year.
But it does seem to be every year, though.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen all sorts of things over the years. I mean, there's from even personal rebates in tax returns. They seem to have abolished some of those for whether you live up north or of Australia or below the parallel. Just purely income thresholds, in terms of when you first start paying tax, have gone up. It used to be six odd thousand, now we're sort of 20 odd thousand. So they're doing things to incentivise people and making it a little bit easier for not so well off. That's another bigger challenge. You've got a rising gap between the wealthy and those who are under bans. Even our state government just recently raised the minimum thresholds for workers under the Fair Work Act, and that's, I think, around the high 40s, 48, 50, almost 50,000 as a minimum wage. So our parents do the same thing. Oh, it's unbelievable how much you're paying for that. Well, that's just a sign of inflation.
Yeah.